everyone. Well, in this video, I'm in a course in Blackboard. I'm actually in an empty course shell. This is my practice course shell, and we're going to work on adding some content. Now, the first thing I'd like to show you how to do is add a syllabus. So I'm going to go to the syllabus button, and in there, when you get to an empty page, there's build content, assessments, tools, etc. Most of the things you're going to be doing are building content. So I'm going to add an item for my syllabus, and that's where I'm going to add some text and possibly attachments. So that's what an item is. So I'll click that, and I'm just going to type in the words syllabus. And then beneath that, you can add text about whatever you're talking about. For the syllabus, I can say, here is our course syllabus. Please read. And then if I scroll down a little bit, there's a place for attachments. Now, at this point, we're going to browse our computer to attach it. Later on, you'll learn about browsing the content collection. So I'll click Browse My Computer, and I'm going to go find the document I want to work with, and it's in my documents. So just give me a second, and I'll get into my course. And then I'll scroll down, and here it is. So I have a PDF version. You could add Word files, PowerPoints, whatever it is, but for the syllabus I have a PDF version, and I'm permitting people to view this. I'm not going to track the number of views, and I'm not going to restrict the dates that it's available. So I'll click Submit, and now I've just added my first item, a syllabus. Yay! Let's go down then. I believe we'll be working in week 2, and again, I can build content with the buttons at the top. Let's say I'm going to have people work with a Word document. Maybe I want them to read it, or I want them to do something with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an item. So this is very much like adding the syllabus was. I'll add an item, and this time, please read this document about word styles. Now again, I can add more details. So what do you need to do with it? Is there some instructions? Pay attention to this, fill out this, any of that information. And then beneath that, I can attach it. So again, I'll click Browse My Computer, and I'll look for whatever I want to add. You could be in a situation where you're adding different types. You might be adding a PowerPoint for people to view. You might be adding Word documents. So a lot of different things. So I'm going to give them this word styles exercise. So I'll click Open. And again, I'm going to permit everyone to see this. You could say I'm not ready to, and then they wouldn't. And I'm not going to restrict the dates. So that's an option. If you want to restrict dates, you could do that. Now I'll click Submit, and there we go. I just added an item. Now up in the right is the edit mode. Right now it's on, so I can see and edit. If you want to see what the students would see, you can toggle that, click it. Now off. Here's how the students would see this course. So I'm going to click on again. And there's a couple other things that you might want to add. Well, let's say I want people to read an article on a website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up that website, and I'm going to take and copy that link to the clipboard. I'm going to use Control-C to copy that link. And then I'm going to go into my course, and under Build Content, if you look down, there's this web link. And that's a link to a web page. So I can type in, read this web page about instructional design. And I can paste my URL. Now to do that, I could right click and then click paste, or I could press Control V. So I'm going to do that. When you scroll down, You could add more text, pay attention to this information, whatever it is that you want to add. And then you could also add attachments. Web link options, I recommend that you have everybody click to this default of open in a new window. That means they won't leave Blackboard to look at that website. That'll open a new window for them. If you want to limit this so people can't see this, you could click permit users to view this content, change it to no, and I'm going to do that in this case just so you can see what happens. And you can also restrict the date and time that it's available. Now I'll click submit, and you'll notice availability item is not available. Now when I toggle the edit mode between on and off, notice it's not available. Now let's say I want to make it available. Whenever you're in edit mode, as you hover over an item, this little caret or drop down arrow appears. Now if you click that, that's where you go to edit an item. So I'm going to right click, click edit, and this time I'm going to scroll down and click permit users to view this content. I'm going to change that to yes, and I'll click submit. And now it's there. There's no note about availability here. And when I toggle the edit mode to off, there it is. It's available. Now I'm going to go back to that edit mode. So we did regular items, documents, a web page. Let's focus on YouTube videos. So under build content, if we look under mashups, there's this YouTube video option. When you do that, you can search YouTube for videos. So I'm going to do that. It's going to bring up some items. So let's say I like this one. Now I can preview it. And you can barely hear it, but it's playing. And let's say I view this and I like it. Well, I'm going to close this and I'm going to select that content. So I'll select it, and now I can rename it. Maybe I'm going to say watch this video titled I could add more of a description, maybe there's something specific they need to pay attention to. And I could show the URL for it or not. I could attach items. Again, the same options to display this or not. I'll submit it. And now you'll see, here is how that video looks. Could you add a YouTube video as a web link like above? Certainly, but this is another method to do that. So those are some of the things that you need to be able to do. So adding your syllabus, adding a document, adding a link to a website, and a YouTube video. Anyhow, I hope that helps you get started. Good luck.